Now, when it comes to buying a red light therapy stand, there are actually a lot of options, and it can be a bit tricky finding the right product for your needs. Now, I have many years of using, testing, reviewing red light therapy products, and I'm also pretty clued up when it comes to practical use and practical applications. So what I'm going to do in this video is walk through a variety of stand options to help you find the best stand for your setup and your requirements, and also your budget. Speaking of budget, at the end of this video, I'm going to share some really low cost options, and you may find that these fancy $600-700 stands are totally unnecessary. So hang around for that. Now, there are a lot of different red light therapy companies on the market, and most of these companies that sell products or panels have stands to go with them. And a lot of these stands only work with that company's particular products, though I have done a video testing cross compatibility with some of these stands, so you can check that out later. So what I've decided is I'm going to look at the Platinum LED stand lineup. Why am I doing this? Two reasons. Out of all the red light therapy companies out there, this company has the largest lineup of stands or mounting options. And secondly, it's a company that I'm very familiar with. I've actually used most of their stands, and I have a bunch of them behind me. But I should mention I am affiliated with this company, so just keep that in mind if you are using my discount codes or links. Okay, so when it comes to buying a stand, you have a few things you need to consider. Firstly, what is your goal here? What is your use case scenario? Do you just have a small tabletop device that you just want to treat your face with? Are you a clinic and you're working with lots of clients every day? Do you want to use your red light therapy panels while standing? Or maybe you want to use it while lying down? Knowing how you want to use your red light therapy device is going to determine what stand you need to get. Now, if you actually go over to the Platinum LED website, and I'll put a link down below, you can head over to their mounting systems page. And they have 7 different options here. So what I'm going to do is walk through each one and tell you the pros and cons, what it's good for, the cost, what it's not good for, and help you find the best product for your needs. First up, we have the Biomax Tabletop Stand. This is actually sitting here behind me on this desk. It is a really nice, well-built, high quality stand. It does cost about $100, but again, you are paying for quality. The color scheme also ties in well with the platinum panels, so it looks really good, and it is adjustable. This particular stand is going to be suitable for smaller tabletop panels, 60 to say 100 odd LEDs in size. If you want to treat your face or say a knee, and that's about it, then this stand's going to be great because you can leave it there, you can put it on the floor, put it on a table, put it on a desk, pivot it to get it in the right direction, and away you go. However, you can't use this small stand with larger panels. It is limited just to those smaller panels. Next, we have the Biomax Mobile Rack Stand. Now, this is designed for using the larger panels in a vertical setup. So for instance, you'll be standing in front of it. This stand doesn't allow horizontal treatment, so you can't use it if you want to lie on a bed, for instance. It's great for say commercial or home users, especially if you don't want to hang your panels on a wall or lean them against a wall or hang them from a door. With this stand, you can actually go 3 panels wide, though if you're using say Biomax 900s, quite wide panels, 2 wide should be more than enough, and you can go 2 panels high. So you can get a quad set up, shoulder to shoulder coverage, head to toe. The cool thing is it's on wheels, so you can wheel it to where you need to use it, do the treatment, when you're finished, push it into the corner, push it into the cupboard, out of sight, save some space. Now that retails for $329. If you are looking for that portable vertical setup, then I think it is good value. Now next we have the non-motorized Biomax horizontal stand. This is right here beside me, currently has 1 panel attached to it. However, you can put 2 panels on it. Now this is going to be great for people who want to lie down or want to have the panels over top of them, above them. It's the same price as that mobile rack, $329, and it also comes on wheels, so you can roll it around. It's designed to wheel underneath the bed, so you can be lying on the bed for a treatment, and it is adjustable in terms of height. However, it is a bit of a pain to adjust the height, and you really need 2 people to adjust it. I should mention you can actually spin this around and use it in a vertical setup, though it's not really designed to, but it is possible, and just having that functionality is a plus for storage. So again, if you're on a budget, and you want to do horizontal sessions with 1 or 2 panels, not a full body setup, then the Biomax horizontal stand is a good option. However, an even better option is the Biomax Motorized stand. Now this can hold 4 panels. I have 2 on it side by side. You can do another 2 underneath it. So you are going to get much larger coverage area, and it's motorized. I should quickly note that currently it's set up in a slightly vertical setting. This is just so you can see all the different options, but it is designed to be used in a horizontal flat fashion. I've done reviews on it. You can check out my reviews. I've also done a comparison between the motorized and the regular stand, so check that out as well. Now, it is a bit more expensive than the non-motorized stand. It is $769. However, remember, you can hold 4 panels and you can adjust the height. Plus, it's very easy to adjust the height because it comes supplied with a remote control. So you can have it up nice and high, lie on your bed, press the remote control button, and down it will come until it's at the distance you want it to be. As you can see, you can spin it around into a vertical state, which can help for storage, and it is on wheels as well. Personally, if I wanted to stand for horizontal use, lying on a bed, lying on a floor, this would be my go-to option. It is really, really nice to use. Yes, it's a few $100s more than the non-motorized stand, but you're going to appreciate having the remote control, easy to adjust option. Okay, so let's go back to vertical setups. Now, another option is the mobile floor stand. This is a small stand on wheels designed to hold 1 panel and 1 panel alone. It only sells for $139, so it's a lot cheaper than the mobile rack we talked about earlier. But remember, it's only for 1 stand. It's going to be great if you're in an apartment and really constrained with space. You can wheel it out, do your treatment, and then tuck it into a corner, and it's not going to eat up much room. The downside though is, again, it only holds 1 stand. So if you want to treat your back, for instance, you're going to have to sit down and just do half a body treatment. If you want to do your legs, you then have to stand up. It is low to the ground. So if it's an elderly person, they may not want to sit down and stand up all the time. They may just want to stand or probably lie. Still though, it does have some value. Though one could argue you could just save your money and lean that panel against a wall and do exactly the same thing. It's just whether you want it on wheels so you can easily roll it around, because some of these panels are quite heavy. Remember though, you do have to plug in these panels to use them, so keep that in mind when you are thinking about how you're going to use this. Okay, so another vertical option is the Biomax wall mount bracket. Now, out of all the mounting systems I have on hand, this bracket is the one that I use. I have it set up on the outside of my sauna. I have 4 Biomax 900 set up and it works great. All you do is you screw the bracket into a wall. Of course, you need to find the studs, and then you hang the panels from that. Each bracket only sells for about $74, so it is an inexpensive option. It ties in really, really well with the Biomax panels. It's simple to set up and it looks good when it's all installed. Of course, the downside is you can't easily move it. Once that's screwed in, it's there for good, or you're going to have some holes in the wall. So you do need to keep that in mind. However, if you're in a garage or in a spare room where you want that panel array set up for good, then it is a great inexpensive option. Okay, now the final option is the Biomax desk mount arm stand. This stand is designed for the smaller tabletop panels, your Biomax 450s or your 300s. And what it does is it clamps on to a desk or a bench and allows you to move and pivot and rotate the stand to get the ideal position for you. It's actually really neat because you can set it up above your head, behind your body, on its side, and you can easily move it around. I have done a review on this, so go check that out if you want to see more about it. It sells for $149, so if you are looking at some of these smaller stands, it may add a lot to the total order. However, it does give you a lot of options. Let's say you have your little makeup desk at home. You can have this on the bench. You can easily rotate it and adjust it for different treatment types. And then when you're finished, you can fold it up and push it away. Of course, though, one could argue you could just go with the tabletop stand and just move that to wherever suits. But with the tabletop stand, you can't do above and get some of those neat positions that you can with the arm stand. So that is a wrap. Like I said, there are different options out there, and it really does depend on what panels you have and what use case you have, plus of course budget and space. There's a lot of things to think about. So if this video helped, hit the like button, hit subscribe, but of course feel free to ask me any questions. In the meantime, why don't you check out this video? It's a comparison between the 2 horizontal stands I talked about earlier, and it may help you make the best decision for your needs.